Welcome to our team call. I'm so excited to be together as usual. This is fun, so thank you for jumping on. It's a nice way for us to connect from all areas, Grand Rapids and Novi and West Bloomfield and Royal Oak and Petoskey. This is fun. Love it. So yes, we have some good things happening this month. Oh my goodness. December is a very full month. We'll just accept it, surrender it's just going to be a really full month. But if we can harness it and just do a little bit every day for our business, it's really, really going to add up fast because I don't know if you heard this, but Arbonne announced the incentive trip, which is to Dominican Republic, and we have from December to June 1st to earn it, and they double our volume to go towards the trip in December. So it's really important that we have a really good month to kick it off. So that's why we're doing team calls. That's why Arbonne's putting out so many incentives and fun things for us to utilize as well. So first of all, I wanted to just touch base. So we have this handbag incentive going on. Let me see here. Let me see if I can share this screen so we can just go over it again really quick. Oh my goodness, I have so many things going here. So I'm in our Arbonne Dream Team. What did we call it? Bag challenge? You can search things just by going into the search bar, because you know how you scroll forever and you can't find something. Let me see if I forgot.
It's something New Year's something.
Is that what it is? Thank you.
Yeah, New Year's something.
Yes.
Let's see if that pops up. Oh, here. Thank you, Laura. See, teamwork. Okay, so we have this going until Thursday night. So Friday we'll announce the winner, and then Friday launches another incentive. So I'll get to that. But first things first. So right now we have this giveaway, and so this is a way for us to talk to people that we know. Like, hey, I know someone loves their mascara or loves their protein shake mix or whatever, loves the fizz sticks, or maybe they were talking about trying the new brightening, RE9 line, or maybe they've been talking to you about wanting something. This is a way to just kind of get them over to make a decision, because you could say, or even the adopt a grandparent guys, because we're doing that, or I'm doing that at least. I know Lynn is too, and Laura. We have people who want to participate in the Adopt a Grandparent by giving hand cream and lip balms and, fuzzy socks or whatever to the nursing home residents. And anyone who adopts a grandparent could be in this drawing too. So it's just a way to say, hey, I wanted you to know that this is a way for me to thank you for being part of Arbonne and part of my life. Thank you so much for adopting a grandparent, and because of that, you're going to go into a drawing for right around $300 worth of Arbonne products. Or I know we talked about you getting in on the 30 Days to Healthy Living for January. If you went ahead and ordered it this week, you'll get in a drawing for an additional $300 worth of products. What do you think? You could just say it that way. So how do you get in on this? You're going to get a ticket by placing an order. You're going to get 5 tickets by joining. We have, I'm going to do like a Discover Arbonne Zoom tomorrow night, and I'll send you guys an invitation for that. Sorry, I didn't make that quite yet, but I'll do it right after this call. So I'm going to do a Discover Arbonne Zoom, and you can invite guests on. So anyone who joins this and just, has a listen just to take a peek at Arbonne and hear a little bit more, we'll get 5 tickets. So that's a big incentive. Like, hey, I know you've been wanting some stuff. Jump on this Zoom, and you're going to get in a drawing 5 times for $300 worth of products. And then another way for someone to earn a bunch of tickets is to jump on a Zoom with me, with Amy, with Laura, with Lynn, with some of these leaders to hear a little bit more about Arbonne in the month of December. So just as long, oh, Donna Johnson is messaging me right now. I'm doing a call for her tomorrow. So exciting. So you guys, this is a way to just schedule more events. This is a way to just be able to leverage, you know, hey, let me get something on the calendar because then you'll get in this drawing. So, and what they earn or what they win is this fun velvet bag, a lip gloss. You can see that. The lip gloss, the highlighter bronzer stick, the CC cream of their choice, and they get to choose their color of lip gloss too. They get a mascara, they get to choose what flavor of fizz sticks and those gel eye masks. So that's what's going on. And then, holy moly, are you ready? Here's another fun thing that just came out. I just posted. Let me move this around.
I see it.
What? You see what? The new thing?
I see the new things.
Yes. Oh, is that Shui?
Yes.
Hi, Shui. I'm so glad you're here. This is so exciting. So next Friday, and I don't have all the details yet. So we'll do the drawing for the bag challenge, and then boom, we're gonna have something else to reach out to people about. So it's this. Starting next Friday. Isn't Friday the 14th? I think so.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks for checking that. So on the 14th, you guys, this is what's coming out. We have this the 30 Days to Healthy Living ASVP, so Arbonne Special Value Pack. So it has the 2 bags of protein, the fiber, the cleanse, the digestion support, the fizz, and the tea. So just like normal, except for they have a new and improved protein mix. So the protein has less sugar grams now. I believe it's 7, but we're going to find out more details. But instead of 9 grams, it'll be 7. And then it will also have the non-GMO certification printed on the bag now. You guys, that has taken years. It's taken Arbonne a lot of money to get that certification, but we have it and we can be proud of it and post and post and post about it and share this because it's a big deal. It's a big honor to have that certification. And then plus, along with this, they're going to get a free thing of gel eye masks and free shipping. So this is limited time free shipping for all of these orders between I think it's, what does it say, between, that's really small print, I think it's between December 14 to January 14.
Oh, wow.
And then the PC price, it's the normal PC ASVP price, $266, and the normal consultant price. It's just we're going to get an extra product, and consultants will also get free shipping. So that's really nice. Oh, and then they're going to get this 30 Days to Healthy Living guide, which is great too. So so use these images to share, and that'll be for next Friday. So we'll have, you guys, December's a little bit unique in that people are busy, and you know, we're going to have to utilize social media more. We're going to just have to message people more. Let's utilize Zoom more. People may not necessarily want to, you know, do live events, although we're going to do some of those too. But anyway, just use the power of social media for this month to really leverage your time and to reach out to a massive amount of people.
Okay.
And then at the end of December, so the last week, we were going to do another Facebook party to specifically showcase the 30 Days to Healthy Living. So just know that that's coming too. So without further ado, oh my goodness, you guys, here's the thing. This is the time of year when people, and I'm sorry, Arbonne's products, they're the best. They're amazing. We all get hung up talking about them because they've changed our lives. We feel better. We look better, all of those things. But really the best product that we have is to offer this income opportunity, a way to earn income that could outlast you, a way to earn an income that you can put into a financial portfolio that you can will to your children and they can will to their children. You guys, you could build something right now that your grandchildren could benefit from. I mean, that's just unheard of to me, and it's so different than clocking in and getting a job. People are not going to bed at night thinking about eye cream and protein shakes. They're thinking about how are they going to pay for Christmas? How are they going to, get through all this debt that they're already in? They're feeling pressed and crunched in life. So we just have to share this message with all our hearts, and just not hold back, not be undercover Arbonne agents. We need to, I mean, really, because we have something to have the ability to answer someone's prayers and be a lifeline for them. And you know what? Most people, and we might as well just face it, most people will resist or hesitate or object or whatever, but that's okay. Who cares? Our solo number one job is just to share the message. Our only job is to ask, and to ask them to take a look and share the Arbonne story over and over and over and over. And then it's up to them what they want to do with it. Let's see here. I think I'm just going to switch over to Amy, because I want to hear from Amy, and then I have some other things to add to it. But, I love that no matter what, whether we're brand new, Lori and Pat and Rochelle, I love it. Whether we're brand new or whether we're more seasoned, Amy, Laura, we all have our own set of odds. And so the thing is, we can outwork skill with numbers. Like, we don't have to be perfect. We don't have to be the best. We just have to talk to the most people. That's how you win. Is just talk to the most people about this. Perfect or tied in a bow. It just has to be with your heart. So I'm going to pass it over to Amy, because she's going to share a few things that we will always encounter along the way here.
Thank you, Tammy. All right, so I am going to be talking about, hold on. I don't know. Oh my goodness. So sorry, everyone. Yes. Okay. This happened the last time too. I think right when I got started, I had a It's okay though.
That's typical.
We love it.
What was that?
We love it.
Yes, this was a different one. Last time it was my other one. So anyway, all right. So I'm going to.
That's what they're supposed to do.
Exactly, right? So I'm going to be talking about the 4 enemies. So the 4 enemies are rejection, deception, apathy, and attrition. So I heard about this on another call, and the woman was talking about a gentleman named Mark who was introduced to network marketing. So I'm kind of going to share his story, and it's going to go over these 4 enemies. So Mark was introduced to network marketing, and his sponsor said the promise of this business is that you will have success. You will have an incredible success, but the price of the business is that you have to conquer these 4 enemies to succeed. So by telling him the 4 enemies in advance, it set him up for success. So he wasn't surprised by it. He was prepared for it, and he knew what to expect. So Mark invited 200 people to his house to watch a video. 80 said no. He faced his first enemy, which was rejection. He still had 120 coming. He faced his second enemy, which was deception, when only 70 showed up. How many times did we invite all these people? Oh, this one's coming, that one's coming, this one's coming, and then one of them shows up. Or 2 of them show up, and we thought we were going to have 8 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what was that?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the time.
Okay. So he faced the first enemy, which was rejection. He still had 120 coming. So then he faced the second enemy, which was deception. 70 showed up. Okay. Out of those 70 people, 57 people that were there said, no, I'm not interested. So then he was faced with the third enemy, which is apathy. How many people say they want something, but they're not really willing to do anything? So there were 13 people left that showed up. And she was giving an example that it's kind of like a gym in January, right? everybody shows up in January. You can't get on a treadmill, you can't get on a machine because everybody's there. And then what happens in February? You can get on any treadmill you want because nobody's showing up because they realized, oh my gosh, I have to get up early before I go to work. I have to go after work. I have to leave my kids. I have to commit to this. People don't want to do it, right? So they just stop. So that leads us to that third one. People really have to be willing to do it more than they're wanting to do it. They have to be willing to do it. So out of those 13 people, 12 dropped out. That left him with one business builder. One. So then he faced the fourth enemy, which was attrition. He was left with one. And the interesting thing is that to this day, he has been deceased, but to this day, his family is still benefiting from his business. They're continuing to work his business. And that one person generates $50,000 a month in income.
Per month.
Whoa.
One person.
Per month. One person. It was that one person. He started with 200 that he invited.
What is
Right?
the fourth enemy?
What was that?
What was the fourth enemy you said?
Attrition.
Attrition. So people that come in sometimes leave.
They leave. So 13 people signed up out of the 200 that he initially invited. He ended up with 13 that signed up. 12 dropped out. That left him with one. And it was that one that continued to generate $50,000 in income a month that his family is still benefiting from because they're still continuing to work his business even though he's passed away. She was giving another example, just another network marketing professional in another company who invited 1,200 people to look at his business. 900 people said no. 300 said yes. 85 were serious, and 11 made him a millionaire many times over.
Yay.
Oh, so out of 1,200, 11.
11.
Wow. Okay, so 1 out of 100?
Yeah.
No, wait.
But
So
isn't
12,
that kind of,
hold on. So
well,
people, 900 said no. So 300
said
he
yes.
He asked 1,200, 300 people who said yes to taking a look,
Mhm.
11. So that, what is that?
85 were serious.
I got to think about that. It's like 10 people per 100.
1%.
Yeah.
Well, or like 10% of the people who actually take a look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's not so much, but when you're prepared for this, then, it doesn't seem so shocking. Because I think when I started at first, I was sort of shocked, like, oh, okay. But now we just know you just have to talk to more people.
Yeah. I love that. Because then, is that what you have, Amy?
What was that? Yes.
You all set? Okay.
Yeah.
So then she went on to give another example. This guy named Joe, who does $2 billion in sales annually in his organization. He said over 10 years' time, he sponsored 300 people. So what is that? Like 30 people a year? Of those 300, 11 have gone to the top. So he has 11 key legs. Out of those, 6 have been key in creating that $2 billion in sales. So there again, it's about that 10% ratio. People who are coming in on board, 10% are really going to be the ones that are going to stick. Another person, Jason, signed up 50 people, heard a lot of no's on the way to signing up those 50 people. There was one person he thought would be great at this business. And of course, when he asked him to take a look, he said no. And Jason didn't give up. He asked him to lunch and he kept inviting him and finally got a yes after 7 more invitations. So he invited this person 8 times. Okay. Finally, this guy agreed to go to lunch with him and Jason presented the opportunity. This man joined and this one person has made Jason a millionaire. And so, yeah, she just kept giving the examples. If I told you there were 3 solid gold bricks in your backyard and all you had to do was go dig them up, would you ever stop digging? No, we would all just be out there day and night. Like, forget my plans for the weekend. I'm digging up my backyard. we wouldn't stop digging until we found them. But we don't even have to dig. All we do is we show people our plan until we find the right people, until we find the people it can be a fit for. The only difference between the top VPs in this company and the rest of us is that they've faced the 4 enemies more than anyone else. They've talked to more people and shown the plan to more people who are looking for what we have to offer. So I love how, thank you so much for sharing that. It was really profound to me when I heard that training too, you know, just those 4 things that we're always going to encounter. And it is, I think it's good for us to all be prepared for that and to prepare new people for that. I need to type that out. Maybe I'll type that out in our group. But yeah, I love that, again, every single one of us has our own set of odds. What we lack in skill, we can make up for in numbers. When it comes to the number of people we have to present in order to find the people for whom this is a fit for, we all have our own set of odds. I might have to talk to 50 people before finding an ace, whereas Lynn needs to just talk to 10 people. So whatever it is, it's still worth it. So just the takeaway is that when someone says no to us, it's not personal. It's not a personal rejection of us. It's a personal preference. So I want you to hear this. So for someone who's a shopper, only a third of the people are going to be like Arbonne clients, because a third of people only look at price. That's it. They'll never get over that. They're only going to shop at Myers. They're only going to, you know what I mean? They'll never be Arbonne shoppers. A third of people like Arbonne because it's new and intriguing, and maybe they went to an event and so they kind of got caught up in the moment. But then next week they're going to a different event and they're getting caught up in whatever's new next week. And then the next week they're on to something else. So they're kind of like just shopping for the trends because it sounds good for this moment. A third of people are going to be loyal customers for the rest of their lives because they appreciate Arbonne's mission. They appreciate the ingredient policy. They appreciate what this company stands for. They appreciate that it's cruelty free, that we care about the environment. We use sustainable practices, you know, for growing trees and making sure that the way that we're harvesting materials is safe for the planet and safe for the villages that it's coming for. It's adding to jobs. It's not taking away jobs. You know what I mean? So Arbonne's a company that does the right thing in every avenue, and only a third of the people are going to really appreciate that. But those third that do will be loyal forever. So we just need to remember that as far as customers, it's a personal preference. We're looking for the people who are kind of mission-minded like us, okay? We're looking for people with similar values. As far as the business, it's personal preference. Not everyone wants to be an entrepreneur. So, you know, you think about that. Dana Collins gave the example at our VP retreat. You know, there was like 400 people in the room, and she said, I have 2 full-time teacher positions available today. Who would want them? And only a couple of people would. You know, not everyone wants to be a teacher. But some people do. That's their passion. Not everyone wants to be a nurse. Not everyone wants to be an engineer, you know. So it really does come down to personal preference, whether they're going to be a shopper with us or in a part of our business, because you need to have that entrepreneurial spirit of wanting to create something and wanting to help people grow and you know, just having the patience for that, of doing work up front and then getting the reward that's bigger than the work we ever put in later. So I just want you to remember that, like, the no is really personal preference. It's not a personal rejection. Does that help?
Yes.
Oh, good.
It does.
So what I love too about this time of year, and I want you guys all to use this jingle. We provide solutions for people's resolutions.
Oh, good.
People are looking for income and they're looking for ways to look good and feel good right now. So we provide solutions for people's resolutions. Isn't that good? That's a
That is good.
post, you guys. Use that. So we have solutions for all of those things. It's the best time of the year to sponsor. People want to spend money. and they also want a way to pay off their debt. So the reality is that we could be someone's holiday miracle, an answer to prayer. Dana Collins also gave this verbiage, like when you're out and about, if you're at a store, doing some Christmas shopping or whatever you're doing. There's a lot of people in the service industry who might have a seasonal position. They're just working, they're an extra hire in these stores because they're so busy at this time of year, but then they get let go in January. So remember that you could be an answer to prayer for them, because Arbonne isn't seasonal. Arbonne's all the time. So you could say this to this person, Judy. Hey, Judy, you've given me such great service today. You must love what you do. And I love saying that to people. Oh, what do you do? Do you love it? Because then people, it's just interesting how people answer that question. Because most of the time they're like, oh, well, it pays the bills or whatever. They're not loving it. So yeah, Judy might say, oh, I'm a seasonal worker. I'm not going to be here that long, whatever. And you could say, well, my company is always looking for great people. I don't know, Judy, if you keep your income options open, but I'd love to exchange information and schedule a time to see if this might be a fit for you. It could just be super simple. It's not to go into the whole Arbonne thing in that moment, but it's to set up a time when you can, because she's on the clock. She's working, it's not the right time to go into it all, but just to set an appointment and be intentional about looking for, like, hearing for people's needs, and sniffing them out. Shui's really good at that. She's really good at, like, being direct with people. Like, hey, you're going to need this job. You're going to need more income, sister. So join me. But yeah, but what I love too about Shui's example, you've been such an inspiration to me too, Shui, is when we respect this business, other people will respect it too. When we respect that this is just an amazing opportunity, then other people will too. If we're undercover Arbonne agents and people don't even know what we're doing, it's going to be really easy for them to give us a hard time about it. You know what I mean? Because they're not respecting this. So if you want people to respect what you're doing, you need to respect that this is a huge opportunity here. And what that means, what respect looks like is a commitment, right? Making it a priority. So the other piece of that to, respecting your business is to follow a system, because that's another thing that's been a really big realization for me in this year, is that systems are more powerful than goals. And we can have all the wishes and goals we want, but if we're not implementing a system, and if we don't have a daily habit or a priority of putting Arbonne in our life, those goals, those wishes, those dreams, it's not ever going to happen or materialize. So systems are absolutely essential. It's the way, we can duplicate ourselves, because again, we won't have a willable business unless it duplicates, right? Unless other people are able to do the same system. So, so what is our system? I wanted to ask you guys that. What is our system?
You mean like a mentoring system? Like
well, what is our system to build our business?
Yeah, we have a team. We recognize the team players, and we somehow provide a way to have them sign up. And you taught us these are the ways we can sign them up, and how they can be, let's say, for this month, this will be a good product that will meet the 250 QV. And you gave us many ways, but the process is to get more independent consultants, and also if they're not sure, just get them to be preferred customers. So anyway, there is a defined, proven working process. And then our upper line, like you as a coach, that you just pass that information on, and I think that's the system.
Well, okay. Right. I think in a nutshell, what you're saying is to kind of figure out if someone's a shopper or, if they want to be a business builder kind of a thing. So that's true.
You have to identify your people.
Yeah.
Some people actually have the money, and there are times you have a few points short, and you can always call on some of the customers, and they will make a purchase because they financially are more flexible. And there's some other people, they are more on the routine. You gotta identify your people, and just like in an organization, you need to know the firefighter and who's like a gossip and don't get work done. So you gotta know your team people. So that's all.
You're funny. So yes, all of that for sure. So a step. The next step after that, after identifying. Okay, good. How about you, Laura? What's our system?
I actually have a question.
Oh, okay.
And maybe this is what you're speaking about is in systems. How do I even phrase this? So how do you, we know what we want to do, right? We want to reach out to people, send texts, do Facebook posts, do Instagram. How do you organize that in your day? So for example, do you wake up and then after you have your meditation time or whatever, do you dedicate a half hour to Facebook posts? Then, another 20 minutes to texting. And then, so I think I crave that structure. And how do you, is Monday post day? Is Tuesday do a live video day? Is Wednesday Wacky Wednesday? I mean, I don't know. Right? How, or is every day a touchstone for all pieces of doing Facebook posts, making phone calls? So how do you structure, organize the different facets and ways to reach out to people in a way that's manageable also with another job or with kids or what, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Who said that?
Want to speak on that, Lynn? I would love Lynn to speak on that. Oh shoot, I can't hear you.
No.
She
Shoot.
wasn't speaking.
She had a good thing to add too.
Is she gone?
Her volume's just not
What are
working.
you looking for?
No.
She's there. She's unmuted. She's muted. There she goes.
Here, talk,
She's
Lynn.
on.
No. Shoot.
Lynn,
Sorry, honey.
are you there?
I've had that happen to me. If you go out and then come back in on your phone, it'll probably work. I'm sorry. It's happened to me too.
What is the system? You mean like a reward system?
No. So this is good. This is a good question. So the system.
I was talking about coaching.
Yeah, we're going to come back to this
system.
question, Laura. So hang tight for 1 second.
Okay.
Because that's a really good question too. How do you organize your day?
What?
But our system, you guys, is to talk to 40 new people each month, and by doing that, so that's 10 a week. Okay. So by talking to 40 new people each month, that's going to help us generate that 2,500 building block. And so we're looking at 40 new people and 2,500 in new volume. So new sponsors, new volume. This isn't like the reorders.
So talking to 40 people per week, like a brand new people, like
40 people in a month. 40 people in a month, or 10 people each week.
How many? 40 people per month. Like people I meet in Whole Foods, that kind of thing.
Well, it's that, but then it would be to convert that person in Whole Foods to hearing the Is Arbonne for You, to go through the products and the business with them.
All right, so
either like on a Zoom, either on a Zoom, on a coffee chat, in a home party, on a Facebook party, whatever, send them a video. Okay. You could do that too, and they could hear the story that way.
So
could I interject something?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
There was another company that I was with a while back, and my upline, so to speak, well, upline, she would purposefully go to Target, Kroger's, and I forgot where else, one of the other stores near her house. And she was a Southern Belle, so she had the Southern Belle accent. And people would give her their phone number, their email addresses, their names, and then she would follow up, and they'd have these little parties, and then she'd invite these people to the party, and she'd call them up, and she got a whole slew of people underneath her.
That's awesome, from Target. I love it.
Yeah, Target and Kroger. Just go up to people and start talking to them. It's like,
they say to do what you love. So live your life doing what you love, and then sprinkle Arbonne in. So it's not, you're going to meet, like I meet people all the time. Oh, I was out with the dogs today and got information from a lady who was walking the beach too, taking pictures, picking up sea glass, whatever. And we exchange information. So it's just cool. It's like you're just out and about doing what you do, and you sprinkle Arbonne in. And I've run into her many times. I just finally got her information. So it was kind of fun. But I was like, how about that? I didn't even anyway, I wasn't out there trying to find someone to talk to about Arbonne, but I did. So, and she was walking away, and I'm like, oh, what is your last name? Let's connect on social media. So yeah, it was just that easy. But yeah, she will be invited to something I'm doing. So yes, so 40 new people, because that's the name of this game, is to talk to new people, because we're sifting through. We're trying to get to that, whatever it is, talk to 1,200 people, so 900 people can say no, so 300 people take a look, so 11 people join us, whatever. So that's what we're doing. We're just trying to get through. So you can talk to way more than 40 people if you want, but that's just our system is 40 to generate 2,500. And you guys, 2,500 is 8 ASVPs, 8 Arbonne Special Value Packs. So 8 skincare sets, 8 nutrition sets equals that 2,500 block. So think about that too. If you're sponsoring 2 people a week with a nutrition and a skincare set, I mean, you're in a really good rhythm. And that's not 800. That's 2. So out of those 10 people you're talking to in a week, we're hopefully going to get two on the products. So that's kind of how our system breaks down. And why 2,500? Because as a district manager, that's your requirement is 2,500. And then for area manager, it would be 10,000. So that's 4 district managers. That's four people doing 2,500. It's not Shuey doing 10. It's Shuey finding 3 other people to do 2,500 with her. So think about it. The 2,500 breaks down to 8 ASVPs.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
It doesn't have to be any more complicated.
Chewy, what are you doing?
I'm trying to adjust this camera. But the thing here is that I kind of understand that we really need to build team.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gotta share something exciting. I ordered, I don't know how many business cards, and they came.
Business cards.
And beautiful business cards. I said certified Arbonne. Where's the camera? Here. Certified Arbonne clean, and it was all our logos. Next time we're gonna make the logo bigger, and that's my website. And then here is my Holistic Healing Academy. What happened is when people ask me about what I do, because they see circles on my body and all that stuff, so they wanted to connect, but I said, no, I don't have a phone. I shied away from people connecting me. But now I'm going to just give them a contact information. But like Tammy was saying, that sprinkle the Arbonne in. So my professional business card is this. Hi, Beth. My professional card is about my school. But then right behind it in color is Arbonne.
I love that.
All the certification that matters. So I'm gonna bring mainly my business in, but whoever come into my office, I find myself of Arbonne or introduce is when people come into me, they already trust me. After they already trust me, and I tell them this is what I use, and I've decided to take on this product, and they seem to be open about it. So somehow I connect these together. That's how it's gonna work for me. Is I'm gonna bring people in because my other expertise, and I am a strategist, and then I strategizing for self healing now. So I choose Arbonne, and I have a little pouch that have the things I use. I like of Arbonne, so I show people this is what I do. So like Tammy was saying, that you cannot be shy about what you believe.
It's
You gotta
true.
just stand firm about it. So that's all.
Conviction is really attractive. Honestly,
That's
conviction
all.
is really attractive. When you're wishy-washy, people aren't drawn to that. You know, they'll go find someone else. So
Julie,
yeah, it's a good
Yes,
point.
will you, I want that card.
I will. I actually will post it. You guys could get the graphics and everything you can customize, and I will tell you the mistake as well. I was actually Tammy was I show her I have two designs, and the one for the people who couldn't really, there are some of our target clients, the decision maker and the one who has the money, they cannot read small prints. So strategically, you need to at least make the prints that they can within arm lengths, they can read your name.
Okay.
And the key informations. But there are other ones I make it with
So funny.
graphics and with very few words. It's for the teenagers, the young people. So I have two versions. One is for the people who need glasses. The other one doesn't. So you think about these things and then that kind of stuff. I will show you my mistake, like the logo.
Shuey, I don't think Shuey sleeps. I think she just thinks. So you do. You're always thinking, girl. I love you. So okay. So back to Lynn, Laura's question of how do you fit this in? How do you stay organized? And Lynn had some great input on this. Can we hear you now? Yes, we can hear you.
Are you there?
Hey!
Yes.
Okay, so it's funny that you should bring this up because with everything that's going on, I have a Pilates studio, I have a massage business, and now I have an Arbonne business. And my summers are incredibly chaotic. Everything that we talk about in Arbonne, one of the things is your 1440. So what you do with your 1,440 minutes per day. And I realize that electronic devices are amazing and they're great and you can put everything you want on your phone, on your computer. I actually have dug back out my Franklin planner, and my sheet for each day is broken into time increments.
Okay.
And it's amazing in the heat of the summer, the busiest that it can be. I am back into my planner. I have everything on a time schedule, and I honor that time schedule. And that time schedule also includes I'm eating lunch. I may not take a phone call. I may not answer a text. This is my time to eat my food. But everything goes in there. So if I commit that I'm getting up at 5:30 so that I can set up any posts that I want to go out on Facebook, I will say I'm doing that from 5:30 to 6 a.m. And at 6 a.m. I step away from the computer. And if I'm not done at that moment, it's not done because now I'm making breakfast or whatever it is that I'm doing. Every Wednesday morning, if there's something that I want to accomplish before 6:30, I get it done. 6:30, I listen to my Road to Regions call. I may be folding laundry while I'm doing it, multitasking, but I have brought that back, and two things have happened. I've stayed committed to time, and I seem to do really well, and this is me, and it may work for you. If it's on a piece of paper and I check it off, there is a mental yay that is off my list and done. That is off my list and done.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on paper? You write on
Yep,
paper
I
every day?
gone back to the old-fashioned planner that I carry around. It has everything on it. Bear in mind that doesn't mean that I don't set alerts on my phone to remember certain things that are in my planner. But yes, it has helped me maximize my 1440. What am I doing with my 1,440 minutes per day? And
Tell
it's
me
also,
about 1440 again.
you have 1,440 minutes per day.
Okay.
How are you best utilizing your 1440?
Oh,
And how many things can you do in 1 minute? You know, you could send a text message to invite someone to take a look at something. You could send a video. You could give out a bid stick or a sample. You could say hello to someone in a grocery store. You could give your business card. You could, you know what I mean? So even just making 1 minute increments, that's important, and you know, not letting it slip away, because you actually can accomplish a lot in 10 minutes. You know.
So,
I understand. I'm gonna
So-
get going. I'm gonna implement this plan. I'm gonna go out and reach people.
Mm-hmm.
So
All of us.
thing I wanted to add, if I can,
Mm-hmm.
is, as you know, and I don't know if anyone else does, I sit on a board for a natural food store here in Petoskey.
A co-op.
Yes,
Yay.
I spent all day Saturday in our board meeting all day. And I wrote down a couple of things because it is amazing. This had to do with the co-op, but it really hit home with me regarding Arbonne. And these were key concepts that I wrote down. Is even as a board, we're sitting back saying, how do we show people fair value? Because that is something that comes up in Arbonne, is the cost of products. Same thing at the grain train. People are like, oh, it's so much more expensive to shop there than a regular grocery store, which is not true, but you have to be able to teach and show people that fair value. The next thing is how do we inspire people to want to shop? How do we inspire them to want to eat clean? How do we inspire them to want to be a better version of themselves? Sorry, it's the same with Arbonne as it is with the grain train. And then the last thing being that Tammy's always talking to us about, but it rolls over whether it is a health food store or Arbonne. What is our why? And so it felt kind of good to say these things are across the board, no matter what your business is. So remembering that we can, you know, make these a focal point with Arbonne as much as we do with Pilates, massage, healing, whatever it is. That was my 2
That's a
cents.
good idea. That's
I love it, because
thank you.
people make purchase decisions based on an emotion more than the what, more than this is the ingredients, this is the you know, they if we connect emotionally, which is our why, you know, then yeah, they're more likely, more inclined to align with our values. When we're sharing our why, we're really sharing our values. That's what it strips down to, you know. We're looking for people who share our common values, and we'll be able to sponsor like crazy because we're attracting people with similar values to us. I wanted to share the screen one more. Lynn, thank you.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to share the screen again here. And just go to one more thing. I'm trying to just implement where to find stuff in every team call, because I think it's important. There's a lot of information, and if we can know where to look it up and find what we're looking for here. So this is our website, and you guys, this is a living, breathing website. So we are always open to, you know, updates and things you think we need to take out or add or whatever. You know, we're always adjusting and working on this. But I just want you to see, like, one, if you haven't looked at the Getting Started tab, I would really highly recommend doing that and just going through it, and then so that you know how to walk someone else through it. But so there's that. But I wanted to show you this Sharing Arbonne tab, because it pertains to what we're talking about. So we have this Healthy Living Inside and Out presentation. It's actually a PowerPoint with pictures and everything, and it's beautiful. And so if that's something that you'd like to share with people, you can download it to your phone. You can download it to your iPad and just, you know, flip through that to show people what Arbonne's all about. This is third-party validation. We always want to use a tool when we're sharing Arbonne so that people can say, oh, I can do that too. If we're just sharing right off the top of our head without a piece of paper in our hand or a presentation, people are going to think, oh, I'll never be able to learn all of that. I can't do it. Does that make sense? And plus,
Yes.
this is our third-party validation, so it's not like Tammy's just making this up. It's like, oh, here, I have a whole presentation to back it. I have these documents printed out to back what I'm saying. I'm not just making this up. So there's a PowerPoint, there's a script to go with the PowerPoint so that you could read the script a few times and then you know how to talk about the photos, the images. There's, Canadian version. There's a Healthy Living invite. Let's see here. I wanted to get to one other thing here. Client care.
Tammy?
Host options, yes.
Is there one for like a spa party or like a rescue and renew?
I know. I asked Stephanie to share hers. I don't think we have it on our website because that's not our primary focus. You know, our focus is the healthy living because that's really what, like all these teams that are moving and shaking, they're getting people into the 30 days to healthy living. People are getting results. They're
Right.
joining the business because it changed their, how they look and feel. And not to say, I mean, the skincare is amazing. The spa products are amazing. There's not, every person on our team has come into Arbonne because of the healthy living. You know what I mean? It's just like there's just something with the nutrition that is such a big draw. And the spa and the skincare and the makeup, all of those are nice things. They, like I came into Arbonne, I should rephrase that. I came into Arbonne because of the makeup. I chose to do the business because of the nutrition.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So the makeup and skincare are gateway drugs. Is that a okay thing to say? It's like they start out with the, the baby steps in, but then the nutrition is really the gold here because like Shui always says, your
beauty is an inside job.
There you go. Beauty is an inside job.
Mm-hmm.
This says one-on-one appointments, but you guys, I use this for everything, every appointment. This is every appointment. This is Arbonne for you sheet. And so really, if you're going to look at any presentation, look at any information, please study this. If you can go through this is how you share Arbonne in 20 minutes or less. Just read through this. This is super powerful.
Hey, Tammy, are those printable?
Yes, everything. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Basically, everything you need for your business is in this website. So it's borntowinnation.com. The password is consultant. And again, just showing, like Lynn was saying, showing, building the value. This is a great document to print or to text someone to show what the value is here. Instead of saying it's $266 up front, and say, oh my goodness, it's less than $5 a meal. It's less than $10 a day. So this is
Right.
2 meals. $888 is 2 meals for a preferred client. I mean, that's insane. It's 100 drinks, 60 meals. You know what I mean? It's your digestion support. It's this, and really get excited about it. Like you're building the value. Like people have sticker shock because they're paying an upfront cost, for the month. But really, if they broke down what they're eating and drinking at Wendy's and Starbucks and, whatever, Panera through the week,
other thing is, Tammy, I'm talking to a friend from back in my home state, and she wasn't even comparing it. She was diagnosed and almost died out of nowhere of diabetes. 30 years old, went into a diabetic coma, had not had diabetes prior, actually had an ingrown hair, become septic, and it almost killed her. So she's taking hundreds of dollars of supplements. So even if you're eating healthy, the thing that I was stressing to her was, if you're eating this, then you can cut out the majority of those supplements. So even if it's not cutting out Wendy's or fast food or junk, most of us, before we got on the protocols and before we started doing this type of plan, probably spent hundreds in supplements. So, to cut that out and just eat the nutrition is an easy sell too, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I agree. That's amazing. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And that's the thing too. If you post in our team page if you ever need like another. I find like if someone says to me, oh, does Arbonne have anything for fibromyalgia?
Mm-hmm.
We can't say that Arbonne cures or treats anything, but what I do is I'll say, you know what, I'm going to get a testimony of someone who has fibromyalgia, and, they can share their experience, or if they've had Lyme's disease or diabetes or whatever. So if you ever need a testimony, we can get you testimonies. Look in the search bar in our Facebook group. If it's not there, then ask, hey, I need a testimony for Crohn's disease. I need a use those testimonies, because you guys, stories sell. That is so compelling. And I never tell people what to do. We're just here to present the information and say, I don't know what your experience is going to be, but I can tell you that these 45 people in your same shoes have thrived on this or whatever. So it's just really compelling to have those testimonies. You were cracking me up. All right. Well, oh my goodness, I want to wrap it up. Does anyone else have questions? Was this helpful tonight?
Very.
Oh, good.
Yes.
I love having you here, Rochelle.
I know it.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you. Thank you.
So the bag incentive is first. Well, wait, our Zoom tomorrow is first. That's going to roll into the bag incentive too. Or the New Year's Eve handbag incentive. And then on Friday, it's the new nutrition ASVP with free shipping, the extra product. It'll be great. So those are the things coming up this week. So yes, and I'll put out the invite for the Zoom tonight.
Good.
I'll get that out tonight, and then you guys can share like crazy and invite like crazy.
Okay.
All right. Love you so
Sounds
much.
good.
That's
All right.
helpful.
Thank you. All right.
Yay! I'm
Bye, girls.
excited. Let's just make. I have it in my mind. My personal goal is to have a really strong like mid-month close. To do as much as I can by the 15th to have to have some good momentum going, because you guys, right around Christmas, it's a little bit slow, but then we'll pick up again between Christmas and New Year's. It'll be like, whoa, a rocket ship again. But yeah,
Tammy,
go ahead, Laura.
what's the agenda for tomorrow for the Zoom?
Oh, the Zoom. I'm just going to do basically is Arbonne for you. It'll be the same link, and I'll send you like a prettier invite or something that you can text out. But you could tell people to save the time, and then we'll get them the Zoom information.
Okay.
So yeah, 8 p.m. It'll be like 20-ish minutes. I'm going to keep it really tight, and just share the highlights. I just learned a really concise way to share the skincare and make it really compelling. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to try it out tomorrow night. What do you think?
Okay.
But yeah, it's I just want to hit the key points and basically, and then so that people can hear about it, understand why it's different, and then go back to you so that you can follow up, right? Follow up, ask them what they liked best. That's always my favorite question. Now that you've heard about this, what did you like best? And then they'll tell you, well, I have digestion issues. I can't ever sleep. I'm tired all the time. Blah, blah, blah. They'll tell you, they'll point you in the direction that.
So we can invite as many people as we want to the Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Invite 200.
All right, I'm there.
Home
then
theater.
you'll have, what was it, Amy? Invite 200. You'll have.
I'll have two people.
60, 85 show. 50. What was it?
Right.
57 say no. Whatever. I can't. You're muted.
Oh.
What was it, Amy? There you go. Go ahead. Oh, you just.
Invited 200. 80 said no. 120 said they were coming. 70 showed up. 50 people said they were not interested. Out of the 57, 13 people signed up. 12 out of the 13 dropped out. 1 stayed.
So there you go.
Became, incredibly successful.
One good egg.
Invite 200.
Yeah.
I'm there. I got it.
What does it hurt?
Right.
I love it. It'll be fun.
Yes.
Well, I love you guys. We have the best team. I'm so honored to be on this journey with all these smart people. Oh, I get so like inspired and stimulated and just rubbing shoulders with you guys and learning from you. So thank you. Love you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Love you too.
We're going to change the world together.
Yes, we are.
One mascara at a time, right, Shui?
Yes.
Hey, Shui, what do you say? I've been researching Arbonne for 3 years, and
Oh, wait, I want to quote her. Can I quote her?
yeah. I gotta write this down. It was awesome. It's cracking
She
up.
says, I do the research. Arbonne is the best. I bring it for you. Join me. You can't argue with that.
No.
Arbonne is
It's so awesome.
I bring
I'm
it
gonna
to
use
you.
it.
and
Can I
you
use
join
that?
me.
Use that.
Yeah, I'm going to use that.
I'm very thorough with what my work, and I do very detailed analysis with people's hair and minerals and everything. So I'm being a corporate strategist of Fortune 500 big companies. So when I decide on something, that's serious.
Yeah.
That is serious. It's hard
She's
to
funny.
make that decision, but once I decide on something, you better take me seriously.
Oh my God.
You get respect because of your conviction. That's the
She's funny.
yeah.
And then they want proof, I give them proof.
Jesus.
I love it. Just
Oh God, that's funny.